Hello and welcome to 3.0 TV. This is Shikha Singh. So Web3, one of the buzziest of all the buzzwords in the venture landscape, is expanding and it is growing at a very fast pace with big fat cat deals. And who better than someone who is very well versed with venture capitals and funding rounds in the Web3. So today we have invited a very special guest with us, Mr. Pranav Agarwal, Head of Capital at Foundership, who will enlighten us with every aspect of a Web3 funding rounds. Welcome to 3.0 TV, sir.
Thank you, Shikha. Thank you for having me.
All right, so my first question to you is, tell us about Foundership. How does it exactly work?
Absolutely. So I lead the investments arm at Foundership, and we are an accelerator VC. We are building something like Y Combinator for Web3 only. And at the moment, we offer two programs that specialize in coaching community and capital for the startups that come under the program. And one of them is called 0x Camp, which is for early stage MVP prototype level startups that want traction. The other one is called Launch Camp. It's more for later stage startups that are looking to get a token launch done in the next few months. And we help them on a turnkey basis from tokenomics to TGE.
So my next question to you is, what are the common challenges faced by entrepreneurs when seeking funding for their startups?
Absolutely. I think that's a great question because a lot of tech startups want venture capital. And what we need to look at and what founders need to understand is that investors want to invest in something that has an explosive growth potential. So the unique thing about tech startups versus all other startups is that once we achieve product market fit, the tech startup can achieve explosive user adoption, and therefore it is coupled with extremely good revenue generation and potentially great profits. So that curve is what the investor is betting on, and therefore founders need to understand that their product and their business model needs to be something that is extremely scalable, backed by technology, not scalable outside of technology. Secondly, the product market fit should be there in terms of it should have a big enough market and the product should address a big enough problem within that market. And lastly, what we look at is founders fit with the product and founders fit with the market. That does the founder have any experience, expertise, or knowledge that is unique to that market or that product group or that problem statement, and therefore that founder is the best one to be successful in that solving that problem. So founders often think about fundraising as a difficult task. It's actually not difficult. You should look at it with the right investor fit and with the right proposition. The fundraising comes as a very natural outcome of that discovery process.
So now that we are talking about funding rounds and VCs, so Web3 gaming has experienced a lot of fund inflows into the ecosystem. So do you think this will continue in 2024 going forward?
I think gaming, even when we look at marketing theory or industry adoption, gamers are one of the earliest adopters of any new tech. So the same has been observed in the last 5 years through Web3 gaming, where gaming provided a very interesting entry point for those who are not already in Web3 to then explore Web3. And it began with play to earn games, etc. in the last cycle, tokenized assets or tokenized in-game assets in the last cycle. And I think that trend is going to continue because all of us play games at some point of time. Some of us play it on the phone, some on the laptop, some on consoles, but everybody likes to play some game or the other, either casually or as a sport, and even now as a profession. So we think that, and we strongly believe in gaming at Foundership as well. A large part, at least 4 to 5 startups in our portfolio are currently gaming startups.
So recently, Nazara Technologies acquired some 8.5% interest in Web3 gaming platform, Circle of Games, which is something around 4.17 crores. So what is your take on the same thing?
So actually, Circle of Games is one of our portfolio companies. They were part of our second cohort in late 2022. And we're extremely happy that Nazara chose Circle of Games as its first Web3 investment in India. I believe this is just the beginning of the funding wave for Web3 in India, with a lot of clarity now coming in. Regulatory landscape was very uncertain, both globally and in India. But now we are seeing a large amount of a large extent of regulatory clarity, especially in the larger geographies like USA, Europe, UK, Dubai, UAE, and even Singapore and Hong Kong. So, as this clarity emerges, we believe that India will also follow suit. And over the next couple of years, we will see India opening up to a lot more Web3, but it may not be so much about currencies or, allowing people to freely trade cryptos, but it's going to be more about use of the blockchain and use of the crypto technology or the Web3 technology to make people's lives better and easier.
All right, so now that we are talking about Web3 gaming, so what is the future of Web3 gaming?
Web3 gaming is bound to go parabolic with every increasing cycle, with every increasing round of adoption. We believe that even as a thesis at Foundership, we're very confident taking bets on gaming because gaming has multiple assets. And if you look at any digital game, it ends up creating a currency, it ends up creating assets, and the blockchain allows us to do a lot of exciting things with those assets, which otherwise were not possible in Web2. It could be trading, it could be staking, it could be lending, borrowing, using, and then the rewards can be transparently seen on the blockchain, and they can also be split between owners, players, and even backers across the spectrum. So I think Web3 gaming is a very exciting opportunity when it comes to the next 5 years, and we will see extremely different business models emerging within the gaming economies, within the gaming ecosystem, thanks to Web3 technology like blockchain, tokenized assets, and smart contracts.
So in 2023, over 81 new blockchains were introduced, which is a 40% year-over-year growth. So what, according to you, is the most preferred blockchain for Web3 gaming by Web3 gamers?
So Foundership actually works with over a dozen blockchains, and we run programs for multiple of them. I believe that there are certain gaming-focused blockchains like Immutable X, Elysium, and there are others which are L2s on Ethereum or low gas fee. So the best like Polygon or Arbitrum or Sui, Aptos, etc. So I believe that the most appropriate gaming blockchains are ones that can handle high transactions per second, because that would be applicable when millions of gamers are simultaneously playing the games. And the second would be which have a low value of writing assets to the blockchain or recording transactions on the blockchain, a low cost blockchain, because the high number of transactions would mean that if the cost is high, it would end up eating into the profits that people can make from trading those assets or borrowing those assets, and therefore the transaction cost being low is super critical. So yeah, these are all the blockchains which are focusing on gaming, and I think would be very interesting to watch out over the next 4-5 years.
So we all know Web3 gaming ecosystem offers a diverse variety of genres like role-playing game, action game, casual games. So what do you think, what according to you is the most preferred genre amongst all the other genres?
I think there are, I wouldn't say this is a personal opinion, I would just go with sort of empirical evidence and downloads. I think casual gamings have been the biggest number driver in terms of these are how gaming, bulk of gaming users come to the market. It's casual games. So you would know everything from Candy Crush to, similar small games like card games, Ludo, etc., Snakes and Ladders. These are all casual games. On the other hand, there's a whole new universe of fantasy sports, gamified team selections, sports-based, not betting, but sports-based gaming, and things like the fantasy world. And all of that is also super interesting. Plus, of course, like you said, MMORPG and P versus P, or player versus player, or real life strategy where it's immersive. So in my view, a lot of immersive tech is still about to get adoption. So we will see a lot more adoption. If you remember, there was a game called Pokemon Go in Web 2 about 7-8 years back, which became really popular. And similarly, you will see those kind of games come out and bring in a lot more engagement for the audience, which could be a very different way to play gaming.
Well, thank you so much for joining 3.0 TV, sir. It was very enlightening having you on 3.0 TV. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Shikha. Thank you so much.
Well, that's all in today's special segment. We will keep you updated with more such interesting updates. Until then, keep watching 3.0 TV. Do like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Do log on to our website www.3versetv.io or scan the QR code to know more.